Where do you think you're going, fancy pants? You ain't from these parts, are you? This is a toll bridge. You gotta pay.
I don't pay for nothing. I'm a pirate.
Tough guy, huh?
Help! Police!
Scream as loud as you want. There's no police on Scab Island.
Then who eats the donuts and roughs up the transients?
I rough someone needs roughing up on this island. Hey, you're loaded. This is my lucky night. Remember, wherever you go, on sea or on land, you can't ever hide from Largo Legrand.
Tough town. I guess I should have got those traveler's checks. Oops, I think I broke the sign. It appears to be bolted to the table. I don't think I'm qualified to handle them. And anyway, they're gross. No thanks. I don't need it.
Guybrush Threepwood, it's been a long time since you last came to see me.
I'd like to have my fortune read.
I see a hard road for you, Guybrush. Things didn't get easy for you when you defeated LeChuck, did they? People only wanted more. You had to keep proving yourself over and over. The pressure kept mounting until you lost it all. Your fame, your fortune, the one you love.
Okay, that's enough. How's business?
Very good. Many hexes this week, saved many people from the evil eye, made many pieces of eight, although Largo took most of them.
Tell me about this Largo guy.
He's a weak little man who bullies this whole island around. Most people are afraid of him because he was once LeChuck's right-hand man.
Yeah, but LeChuck's history. I got rid of him myself.
True evil can never be destroyed completely. You will see.
Why don't you just put a curse on Largo?
I've tried. My most powerful magic lies in voodoo dolls. But to make an effective doll, I need some items from Largo's person, and no one's brave enough to go get them for me.
What kind of ingredients do you need for the doll?
Are you willing to help me make one?
Maybe?
To make it work, you need to bring me some personal artifacts of the victim. One from each of the 4 basic voodoo groups. Something of the thread, something of the head, something of the body, and something of the dead.
Hey, that almost rhymes.
For the thread, I need a piece of Largo's clothing, and a lock of hair will do for the head. Bring me a sample of fluid from his body, and from his dead relatives, you must acquire some remnant of a corpse. Here, take the shopping list.
Thanks.
Now go.
Hey, leave that alone.
Sorry, is this your bucket?
Well, no.
So you won't mind if I take it?
I guess not.
Wow, a whole bucket of mud. And it's mine! All mine! Excuse me.
Don't bug me. I'm cooking.
Hey, how'd old Pegbiter get loose? I'd better go catch him before he catches somebody else.
It doesn't seem to stay closed.
Who let you into my room?
I, thought it was my room?
Well, it ain't. So get the f out of here. Leave me alone.
I think I hear Largo coming.
Hey, what the hell? What's going on? Whoever did this is gonna pay. I can't get this thing off my head. When I get this thing off my head, somebody's gonna be real sorry.
Maybe I shouldn't have done that. He looked pretty steamed.
You're making me mad, Marty.
That's my name, don't wear it out.
Look, I want it free and I want it tonight.
Party tonight? Sure, I'll come.
I'm talking about getting my laundry.
Don't worry about me. I've been dry for 3 years.
I said I need it back tonight.
What? Yeah, we'll stay out all night.
This is useless. You tell them I'll be back to pick it up. Or else.
I'll see what we have ready for Mr. Legrand. I know it's here somewhere. I saw it a while ago. Now, where was it? Ah, here it comes.
Nice April fresh scent.
Hello.
Hey, where's my monocle? I can't see a thing without me monocle.
Excuse me.
Yeah, boy?
Grog, please. Shaken, not stirred.
Maybe you'd like a Shirley Temple instead.
I'm old enough. Look at my beard.
Ah, that's the oldest trick in the book. Tell you what, I'll let you have some near grog. Doesn't have any alcohol in it, but it's just as nasty smelling and foul tasting as that stuff grown-ups drink.
Right on.
Oh, wait, what am I saying? I just sold the last of it to Kate. Sorry.
Rats.
Of course, if you have some ID.
I must have left my ID in my other pants.
You'll have to do better than that. No ID, no service. It's the law. And let's just say I want to keep on the good side of it.
Why?
Because the law around here isn't the law at all. It's Largo. You know, I can mix any drink there is. Make anything you could name. But I can't make the one thing that could really do this island some good.
What's that?
A voodoo doll of Largo Legrand.
You there!
Uh-oh.
Give me my usual, and put it in a real glass. Fork over the dough or you'll be serving Bloody Marys for a week. From your nose.
That's all I have.
Well, you better have more tomorrow, or we might have to move this dump to a new location. Like, say, the bottom of the ocean.
Boy, you just gave him all your money?
I don't want to talk about it.
Yuck. Marco Largo Legrand. Hell on sea or sand. The good news is, he's dead. The bad news is, he bred. Thrifty dig, for the treasure hunter on a budget. I can't dig that, Daddy. Thrifty dig, for the treasure hunter on a budget. This is creepy feeling.
I'd swear on my grandfather's grave, something weird is going on.
Back again, Mr. Threepwood?
About that voodoo doll?
Have you brought me the ingredients?
I have his toupee.
Not quite a part of his head, but maybe I can get some scalp fragments from it. Have you brought me any other ingredients?
I have some of his spit.
Excellent. You may keep the paper. Have you brought me any other ingredients?
I have the bone of his grandfather.
Perfect. Do you have the final ingredient?
I have this pearly white bra.
Yes, that will work. At last! Now I can make a voodoo doll to be reckoned with. Let me get my juju bag. And now for the ingredients. A dandruff flake from Largo's head. A single piece of Largo's thread. A drop of fluid from his body. A single chip off the bone of the dead. And finally, some miscellaneous voodoo herbs and seasonings, including monosodium glutamate. This ought to be good. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we assassinate? Largo, yeah.
Hey, that looks just like him. Thanks, Voodoo Lady.
One more thing. Some of the ingredients were not the optimum specimens. It should still work, but it will have a limited range. You will have to get close to Largo. Very close.
I'll just take a little. Excuse me?
What is it?
Remember me? I'm Guybrush.
Do we know you?
I'm Guybrush. You tried to sell me the minutes of a PTA meeting in the last game, claiming it was a map?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, really.
Why did you wake us up, Gorbush?
What happened to your leg?
It happened during a performance.
That's what we do for a living now.
You see, after our circus failed, we started a pirate catering business on nearby Fat Island.
The Sacking Lunch. It was quite lucrative.
What does this have to do with performing?
I'm getting to that. The governor of the island made us an offer we, couldn't refuse. So, we sold him the business.
What did you do with the money?
We sank the money into one of those newfangled glass-bottom boats.
We wanted to take passengers on sightseeing trips.
And search for a place called Drinky Island in our spare time.
Boy, did we ever want to get there.
Aside from the obvious reason, we had inside information that Drinky was in fact the resting place of the legendary treasure of Big Whoop.
Big Whoop! Did you find anything?
Not exactly.
You see, we got a bit of a raw deal on the boat.
Seems the salesman didn't have any glass for the bottom, so we just left a gaping hole there.
By the time we noticed, we were taking on water, fast.
We ended up stranded on a tiny desert island.
When did we get to the performing part?
We met a philosopher on the island, and he told us something which changed our lives.
That you should bore passersby to tears with long stories?
He told us that all the world is a stage and that we are merely players. So, we became performance artists.
When he lost the leg, Frank was brilliantly showing the inseparability of the path man walks from the food chain.
The symbolism of the cheese was essential. You know, this leg is looking sort of dingy. Would you get some polish over at the Woodsmiths and polish it for me?
Give me money for the polish.
Okay.
See you later.
We can scarcely contain our anticipation.
Yeah?
Could I buy some wood polish?
That's 1 piece of 8. Anything else?
I'd just like to browse, thanks.
Okay. But don't touch anything.
Thanks! Here's a piece of 8 for your trouble.
Excuse me.
Yeah, boy?
Want to see my scar?
Depends. Is there a good story behind it?
As a matter of fact, there is. It's a story of the ghost pirate LeChuck and his gruesome demise.
Heard it. This is the one where he drinks too much root beer and burps so hard he explodes, right?
Not exactly.
Frankly, I don't care much for stories that promote moderation in drinking. I do have a business to run, you know.
Nice place you have here. Well, see ya.
Hey, what are you doing in here? Get out of my room.
It's little, mean-looking, and ugly, just like Largo.
People like you who make people like me who we are!
Take that, you stumpy little dim-witted toad!
What? Who do you think you are?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood. People don't always recognize me. That's why I carry this!
I'm gonna tear you limb from limb. How are you doing that?
Largo Legrand, you are a no-good, vicious two-bit thug. I command you to give me back my money and leave this island.
Ha! I already spent all your money.
Oh, well, I command you to leave this island.
Just you try and make...
That'll teach you to mess with the slayer of the ghost pirate LeChuck.
What's that? You killed LeChuck?
As a matter of fact, I did. Quite an interesting story, actually.
The fortune teller said she did in LeChuck.
She did she? Does she have one of these?
Is that...
Yes, LeChuck's beard. Still alive and wriggling.
Let me see that. Boy, it is alive. We've been looking for a living piece of LeChuck for years. Now we can bring it back to life. Look out, world! The most fearsome pirate of all time will soon sail the seas again.
Whoops.
I'm afraid it's true, Guybrush. If they have any animated tissue, they can reanimate his whole body.
But I blew his body into a zillion gooey pieces.
Not his body, Guybrush. You destroyed his spirit form. His body was safely buried far away.
But by now it must be...
Rotten? Partially decomposed? Yes. And I don't think that's going to make him any more pleasant to deal with.
He's gonna be looking for me.
Yes.
He's gonna try to kill me.
Undoubtedly.
Can you give me something to protect me?
He has magic just as strong as mine. Nothing I could give you would protect you. But there is a way out.
What is it?
You're doing it right now.
Fiddling with the change in my pocket?
Hunting for Big Whoop.
Oh yeah, I was doing that, wasn't I?
Big Whoop isn't just a treasure. It contains the secret to another world. Find that world, and you'll be able to escape LeChuck forever.
But I know so little about Big Whoop.
Take this book.
Big Whoop, Unclaimed Bonanza or Myth. Where'd you get this?
I checked it out at the Fat City Library. I foresaw your need.
Gee, thanks.
I used your name when I checked it out, so be sure and return it when you're through reading. The overdue fines in Fat City are pretty steep.
Gee, thanks. Cheese squigglies, one of my favorites. I think I'm too clumsy to hold the stick and tie a knot at the same time. It won't fit in my pocket. Good thing this is a cold soup. Excuse me,
Yeah, boy?
Largo LeGrand has left Scab Island for good.
Well. I guess all those laxatives I was slipping into his drinks finally got to him.
What?
Don't worry, I don't put him in all the drinks.
Nice place you have here. Well, see ya. Hello?
Hello, man. My name's Captain Dre. What can I do for ya?
I need to charter a ship.
I can't charter you my ship because a while ago I lost my lucky sailing necklace. I called it my eye that has seen the world. I can't sail without it? No way, man.
I gotta run. Lots of treasure hunting to do.
Okay. Bye, man. Come again.
Would you like my monocle?
Thanks, man. This'll do just fine for me lucky sailing necklace. What can I do for ya?
I need to charter a ship.
You're in luck, my friend. Rumor has it that Largo's been run off the island, so I'm now free to sail again. Only problem is that you don't look like the type that has 20 pieces of it.
Yeah, you're right. I'm broke. Excuse me.
Yeah, boy?
Hey, how's the stew tonight?
Stew? Oh, gosh. We only serve gourmet chilled soups here. In fact, our new cook has been working all day on a very special vichyssoise. Let me go see how he's doing. How's the vichyssoise, Bernard?
Excellent, sir. Won't you have a taste?
I think I will. Oh my God! What kind of demented recipe book are you using? You're fired!
But, sir...
Out! Get out of my sight! This is the most disgusting, filthy mess I've ever seen in my life! Look at all the hair! And what's this stuff? How am I ever gonna get rid of this junk? Well, here's your soup.
I'm really not that hungry anymore.
Dang. Hey, can you cook?
A little.
How'd you like a career in the fast-paced world of pub food cuisine?
Are you saying there's an opening in the kitchen?
Yeah. You interested?
Sure, I'll give it a shot.
Great. Job is yours. Here's a week's worth of wages. Now go strap on that apron and get to work.
Okie dokie. It's me again.
So I see. What can I do for you this time, man?
I need to charter a ship.
You're in luck, my friend. Rumor has it that Largo's been run off the island, so I'm now free to sail again. Only problem is that you don't look like the type that has 20 pieces of it.
Actually, I do have that much.
Well, man, consider me ship chartered.
Great. Where's your ship?
You're standing in it, man.
Yikes.
Deep in the Caribbean, hidden by an endless storm, lies LeChuck's fortress.
Welcome to the Jolly Rasta. Where do you want to go?
I don't know. What are my choices?
I only know how to get to Tree Islands, man.
What are they?
There's where we just came from, Scab Island, the only island where pirates are free to be pirates. Then there's Booty Island, the festive French Mardi Gras party all the time island. It's run by one of the most respected and loved governors around, Governor Elaine Marley.
Elaine?
And last, there is Fat Island, a fascist dictatorship run by an over-bloated pig named Governor Fat. Here, take this easy-to-read reference map, courtesy of Dread Tours. You can use it to show me where you want to go.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Aren't you Guybrush Threepwood?
No, my name is Smith. You must have me confused with someone else.
Smith, eh? That's an unusual name. Perhaps you have some identification?
My ID is on my ship. Wait here while I go and get it.
Nice try, Guybrush. You'd better come with me. Governor Fat would like a word with you.
I'm really very busy. Could we do this another time? Coming.
Well, Mr. Oh, excuse me. Well, Mr. Threepwood, I can't tell you how pleased I am to have you here as my guest.
Thank you. Your home is lovely.
You have an eye for the finer things, Mr. Threepwood. I admit my tastes run to the expensive.
How do you manage to afford it?
Yes, I've had to indulge in a bit of creative financing. But I've just made a deal that will keep the bill collectors out of here for a long time.
Oh, really? What's that?
I'm selling you, Mr. Threepwood, to the ghost pirate LeChuck.
LeChuck's dead. I killed him.
Perhaps you didn't kill him quite so thoroughly as you imagine. He looked perfectly healthy the last time I saw him.
Last time you saw him? Oh no, LeChuck's back.
I beg your pardon, did you say something?
Could I hide out here for a while?
You can hide out until LeChuck comes to pick you up. You see, he's put a sizable bounty on your head.
Oh?
A bounty I intend to collect.
Oh. Whatever bounty LeChuck's offering, I'll double it.
Very amusing, Mr. Threepwood. Take him away.
Yes, sir, Governor Fat. Come on, you little weasel.
I'll be back.
Come on. Don't try to escape or anything. Walt will chew you to bits. Okay, Walt. I'll be back to relieve you at 11.
That doesn't seem to work. Watch me flip it right into my pocket. They don't call me the Bone Master for nothing. Here, doggy doggy. Here, boy. Hey, that tickles. There's a banana in here and an organ. The Joy of Hex. I'll have to remember that. I've had it with this card catalog. Hi, I'm looking for a book.
Shh! This is a library. Whisper! Now, what is it?
I'm looking for a book.
Do you have a library card?
No. How do I get one?
I'll need some personal information. Name?
Herman Toothrot.
Address?
221B Baker Street.
Age?
Uh, 21.
Occupation?
Consultant.
Vices?
Jaywalking.
I see. All right. Your library card will be mailed to the address you gave me. In the meantime, take this temporary card. You may check books out of the library, but only 4 at a time.
That's about as many titles as I can remember anyhow.
What book are you looking for?
Could you find The Joy of Hex?
Okay, here you go. Anything else?
I won't be needing any more books just now.
Don't slam the door on your way out.
Shiver Me Timbers. I'll have to remember that. Pardon me, miss.
What do you want this time?
I'm looking for a book.
What book are you looking for?
Could you find Shiver Me Timbers?
Okay, here you go. Anything else?
I won't be needing any more books just now.
Don't slam the door on your way out.
Hold it! You can't go up there! Hey, aren't you supposed to be in jail?
You must be confusing me with my cousin, Guybrush.
Oh, I see. The resemblance is uncanny.
Look behind you! A 3-headed monkey!
Really? I'd better fetch the cook.
Where'd you want to go?
I'd like to buy this well-polished old saw.
Great! That'll be 25 pieces of 8.
Okay, I'll take it. Thank you.
Where'd you want to go?
Aye! My leg! Help! Someone get a doctor!
Where'd you want to go? Where'd you want to go?
Sightseeing.
Hi, my name's Guybrush.
I'm Captain Kate Capsize. Like to charter a ship? I do weddings, funerals, bar mitzvahs, you name it.
I'm searching for the treasure of Big Whoop.
Yeah? When I was the first mate on the Limping Limpet, we went in search of Big Whoop. We'd heard it was buried under a place called Blinky Island. Never found the island or the treasure. The captain eventually died of boredom while we were crossing the sea of beige flotsam. Hope your luck is better.
Could I have one of those leaflets?
Yeah, okay.
I just remembered I'm late for a party.
You and everybody else on this island. If you need a ship, you know where to find me. 3-hour tours. Check it out. Sunken galleons.
Howdy! Welcome to Stan's previously owned coffins. We handle the dead for a lot less bread. What are you looking for, son? Need a bin for your next of kin? Want a family plot without spending a lot? You're in luck! Just look at all this quality merchandise. Never before touched by a living soul. Most of it used only for a few hours. Premature burial, you know. That sort of thing. Well, speak up. Or are you dead? Either way, you came to the right place.
I'm looking for a good used coffin.
amazing! When you first walked in here, I said, now there's a guy who needs a good used coffin. There happens to be an excellent deal right behind you. Let's go take a look-see. Now this here is the Cadillac of coffins. Look at all that leg room. There's room in there for Long John Silver himself. Here, let me get in and show you. Yes, a man can really rest in peace and comfort with one of these. Why should a man's coffin be any smaller than his bunk at sea? I could spend a lot of time in a coffin like this. Look at how freely I can wiggle my toes. This thing's bigger than my kitchen. You know, a person's coffin should reflect their station in life. If you're thinking about one of those cheaper models, first ask yourself, isn't my loved one worth the best? This is truly the casket of captains. When you've spent your life on something as big as the ocean, how could you spend your death in anything smaller? There's enough room in here for a pirate and his parrot. Feel free to join me. There's room for both of us. I could just stay in here all day. If you should ever need to turn in your grave, you could in here with comfort and ease. Even though it is used, you'll notice it still has that new coffin smell. I don't mean to scare you, but anything smaller than this, and we might have to cut off your loved one's feet. Take it from me, I'm as claustrophobic as they come, and I love it in here. This baby's so nice, it should be illegal. It makes people want to die. I've got one of these in the back for when I go. Just take a look at this convenient beverage holder. We also stock an excellent worm repellent that I might just throw in for free. Can I show you anything else?
Could you show me that coffin again?
Sure! You gotta admit, it's cozy. Do I not look cozy in here? Take it from me, I'm as claustrophobic as they come, and I love it in here. I almost forgot. I wanted you to have this complimentary hanky. Just my way of saying, I care. Now, where were we? Oh yeah! I've got one of these in the back for when I go.
Sure. Try out the lid operation. It's just as roomy closed.
Can I show you anything else?
Could you show me that coffin again?
Sure! Yes, a man can really rest in peace and comfort with one of these. Look at how freely I can wiggle my toes. Can I show you anything else?
How much is that coffin?
Well, it's complicated. Pricing here at Stan's works on a sliding scale, based on one's ability to pay, so as to make a decent funeral affordable to even our poorest customers.
That's very considerate of you.
So, how much dough do you have on you?
I don't have much.
I see. I think cremation might be more appropriate in this instance.
Could you show me that coffin again?
Alrighty. I have to warn you, I've got 5 other dead guys coming back to look at this today.
Could you get in and show me how big it is again?
Sure! I've got one of these in the back for when I go. Even though it is used, you'll notice it still has that new coffin smell.
But it's open.
It's just as roomy closed. Here, let me show you. See? Why should a man's coffin be any smaller than his bunk at sea? Yes, a man can really rest in peace and comfort with one of these. I hear you knocking up there. That's solid oak you're hearing. Yes, it sure is nice in here. Hey, I think the lid's stuck.
It's locked.
Excuse me, friend. Could you see if the clasp is closed on this thing? I seem to be stuck. Hello? Is anybody out there? Yoo-hoo! Are you still out there? Hello?
Cruises. See the world. Glass bottom boat. Check it out.
Where do you want to go?
Famous pirate quotations. Happiness is a warm manatee. Commander Buttonhead. Kiss me, I've got scurvy. Rapscallion.
Darn!
Fester Leech. Violets are blue, roses are red. We're coming aboard. Prepare to eat lead. Barney Gout. Mouthwash. We don't need no stinking mouthwash. Old Skunk Eye. The Grouts. No trespassing. Stan's Cozy Crypts. A place to spend eternity, not a fortune. It's inscribed with a quote.
Darn!
Violets are blue, roses are red. We're coming aboard. Prepare to eat lead. Mouthwash. We don't need no stinking mouthwash. Kiss me, I've got scurvy. Happiness is a warm manatee. I don't think there's anyone of interest in there. Silty. Creepy, but apparently seaworthy.
Back again, Mr. Threepwood.
Do I know you from somewhere?
Ah, we often forget those who help us most.
We do?
It was I who told you how to do away with LeChuck. I told you where to find the voodoo antiroot and how to turn it into the powerful, ghost-dissolving potion you needed.
Oh, yeah, now I remember. Well, that's enough voodoo for me. Bye.
So be it. Back again, Mr. Threepwood.
About that voodoo doll?
Yes, it worked pretty well, didn't it? I still have the touch.
Well, that's enough voodoo for me. Bye.
So be it.
Cat Dewormer. Fruit cocktail. In heavy syrup. Fruit cocktail. In heavy syrup. Spider lungs. Golden Tongue. The 5-day treatment plan that helps you talk to women. Tender Touch Pirate Powder. Prevents stump chafing and eye patch rash. Eau de Mojo. The mystical aroma of voodoo captured in a delightful potpourri. Skink Toes. They're unlabeled. They're unlabeled. It looks like bound editions of Voodoo Quarterly. It looks like bound editions of Voodoo Quarterly. Bat Wax. Wart Remover. Cat Dewormer. Ash to Life. The Uncremating Cream.
Hey, That's just a display model. I've got the real stuff back here. That's one of my most powerful potions. Brings the dead back to life.
I'll take it.
There are some complications. It only works on ashes, and the resurrection is only temporary. Plus, you need to bring me a sample of the subject's ashes before I can mix you up a batch.
I have the ashes of somebody I'd like resurrected right here.
Bring them to me. Now, there's only one small problem. I forgot the recipe.
What?
It's been a long time. I don't have that cookbook anymore.
I've got a book of voodoo recipes.
Good. How many crab scalps does it say to use?
13.
Good. That's just what I thought when I whipped up this experimental batch.
Thanks.
Remember, just a dabble do ya.
Phew, that was a close one. If I didn't have my flame-resistant apron on, I would have been killed.
You were killed, Rap.
What?
You've shivered your last timber.
I'm dead?
Cold as leftover pork chops.
I'm not ready to die. I feel my soul is not at peace. There is something I must do before I pass on.
Like, you mean finish War and Peace?
No. I just have this nagging feeling that I left the gas on in my restaurant. It's driving me crazy.
Did I mention I'm looking for Big Whoop?
Big Whoop? I'll take that secret with me to my grave.
Oh, you have it with you? Great!
You can have my part of the map to Big Whoop, but only if you do me a favour first. Could you check the gas on my weenie hat for me?
Sure, I'll check it.
Thanks. Here's the key. Well?
You were right. The gas was on. I turned it off.
Thanks. I guess where I'm going, I won't need this map anyway.
Thanks.
Now I can rest in the folds of the earth, like a steaming weenie in a soft, fresh bun. Ah.
Where'd you want to go?
Deep inside LeChuck's fortress.
LeChuck, sir, I regret to report that Guybrush has found one of the map pieces to Big Whoop.
You will regret it a lot more if he finds another. Stop him at any cost. But remember, I want him alive.
Yes, sir. Creep.
Great shipwrecks of our century. I'll have to remember that. I've had it with this card catalog. Pardon me, miss.
What do you want this time?
I'm looking for a book.
What book are you looking for?
Do you have Great Shipwrecks of Our Century?
Okay, here you go. That's your limit. You'll have to give some books back before you can check out any more.
Pardon me, miss.
What do you want this time?
Why do you have a model lighthouse here?
There's a new lighthouse being built in town. That is a scale model of what it will look like.
Does it work?
It wouldn't be much of a lighthouse if it didn't, now would it?
Actually, I meant the model.
Oh, yes, normally the model works too. The bulb is burned out right now, but there's a scaled-down lens inside.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bother you.
Then why did you?
Where'd you want to go?
Hello there.
Sorry, son. Didn't have my horn out. Could you say that again?
I said hello there. My name's Threepwood.
Oh, why, hello there, Threepwood. You in town for Mardi Gras?
No, I'm on a treasure hunt.
What? They're doing a treasure hunt again this year? I can't believe they'd try that again after all the mishaps last time.
What kind of mishaps?
Well, some people got carried away, some graves got dug up, horrible business. Well, enjoy Mardi Gras.
Where'd you want to go?
You're supposed to be cooking.
The knives needed sharpening.
Nice try, but not good enough. You're fired.
Excuse me.
Yeah, boy?
Grog, please.
I'll need to see some ID for that.
Will you accept a temporary library card?
Let me see it. Consultant? You look more like a flooring inspector to me. All right, can I get you that drink now?
Yeah, I could really use it.
Name your poison.
What do you got?
Well, we have some specialty drinks here at the Bloody Lip, like Yellowbeard's Baby, Bloody Stump, and Blue Whale.
I'll have Yellowbeard's Baby.
Well, you can try, but I don't think nature's on your side.
Just give me the drink, please.
Hey, I have to crack jokes. It's a union thing. That'll be 1 piece of 8.
Okay.
Here you go. And here's a complimentary Crazy Straw. We give them to all new customers of the Bloody Lip.
Bartender, get me a drink.
Name your poison.
Mix me up a Blue Whale.
Sorry, blender's not big enough. Oh, but seriously, that'll be 1 piece of 8.
Okay.
There she blows!
Bartender, get me a drink.
Name your poison.
Give me a Bloody Stump.
I can't. Chainsaw's out of gas.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I cracked myself up. That'll be 1 piece of 8.
Okay.
Here you go.
Nice place you have here. Well, see ya.
Hey, what'd you do to my piano player? Go ahead and take my entertainment. Thanks for nothing, buddy.
Where'd you want to go?
I'd like to buy this ship's horn.
Excellent choice. That'll be 40 pieces of 8.
Okay, I'll take it.
Let me get you one from Overstock. Here you go.
Thank you.
Sunken galleons. Glass-bottom boat. Cruises.
Okay, now, who's gonna be next? It's a great day for spitting.
I'll give it a try.
A volunteer! All right, settle down, folks. This kid looks like a serious contender. What's your name, boy?
Juicius Maximus III.
The Juice Man, Max Mucus. He's juicy to the max. Spit away!
We're with you, Juicius!
Woo! Let's go!
Misfire! Misfire! Everybody run! Maybe a little over the max on the juice there. Let's give him a big hand anyway, folks. At least he tried. Step up to the line and test your swill. valuable prizes. False alarm. As I was saying, even a child can do it. In fact, they do it very well.
Boy, this stuff makes my spit thick.
Come on! It's all paid for by Booty Island Parks and Rec. Spit away!
Woo! You can do it!
He's cleared first place! That was truly awe-inspiring. Sports fans, we've seen something incredible here today. Let me congratulate you and give you this fine commemorative plaque. Way to go, Juices! Come on, let's give him a hand. Of course, there are plenty more prizes for the rest of you. So how about it, gang? What was that? Did I hear somebody swallow? Thousands will spit, hundreds will win. No volunteers? If Blackbeard were here, he'd shoot you all right now.
Sightseeing. Sightseeing. Glass bottom boat.
How much will you give me for this plaque?
I'm not interested.
What do you mean? It's worth a mint.
For a lump of pus on a shingle?
That's not just any lump of pus.
Oh yeah? What's so special about it?
The spit of the person who killed LeChuck is on it.
Really? That would make it very valuable. And I do like bronze anyway. I'll give you 6,000 pieces of 8 for it.
Great shipwrecks of our century. Says here the Mad Monkey sank at 37 north, 84 west.
Sightseeing.
Great shipwrecks of our century. Says here the Mad Monkey sank at 37 north, 84 west.
3-hour tours. 3-hour tours.
I'm interested in chartering a ship.
Great. Not many people want to charter a glass-bottom boat around here. Pretty soon I'm off to Fat Island to try my luck there. But let's talk turkey first. My fee is 6,000 pieces of 8.
Okay, I'll pay you the 6,000 pieces of 8.
You've chartered yourself a ship. Are you ready to leave now?
No, I need to take care of a few things first.
Let me know when you're ready to head out. I'll be here. Check it out!
I'm ready to set sail.
Have you got a course planned or anything?
I can show you where I want to go on this map that Captain Dread gave me.
Well, here we are. What now?
I'll dive in and look for the sunken galleon.
Are you sure you can swim?
Hey, I can hold my breath for 10 minutes. I got the monkey head! Well, let's head back to Booty Island.
Well, congratulations on your find, Guybrush. Be sure and tell any friends you might have about capsized charters. See you around the turnpike. Cruises!
The figurehead from the Mad Monkey. Ordinarily, I'd pay 6 million pieces of 8 for this, but I'm a bit short on the cash right now. I'll give you this big whoop map piece for it.
Sure, I'll take the map piece.
It's yours.
Yeah, now I got 2 map sections.
Where'd you want to go?
Once again.
LeChuck, sir. I just wanted to report that we have finished building the new torture chamber you requested.
Very good. Do you have anything else to report?
No. Well, there is one other small little thing.
I assume this has to do with Guybrush's capture?
Well, sort of.
You've allowed him to find the second map piece, haven't you? You fool! You ought to ready your ship and sail after him yourself. Find him, or die!
I'd like to buy this sign.
Sorry, that sign's not for sale.
Oh.
Well, I guess I could sell it. That'll be 5 pieces of 8.
Okay, I'll take it. Thank you. I'd like to buy this mirror.
Okie dokie. That'll be 15 pieces of 8.
Okay, I'll take it. Thank you. I'd like to buy these cannonballs.
Actually, those belong to my son. They aren't for sale.
Where'd you want to go?
Excuse me, aren't you Guybrush Threepwood?
No, my name is Kate Capsize. You must have me confused with someone else.
Kate, eh? That's an unusual name. Perhaps you have some identification.
My ID is on my ship. Wait here while I go and get it.
Nice try, Guybrush. I don't know how you got out of the jail, but I'm taking you back in.
Where'd you want to go?
No more bets? Okay, here we go. One red.
All right!
You're a winner, sir. Which prize would you like?
What you got left?
We have money, an invitation to Governor Marley's Mardi Gras party, and a free pass to see the Linguini Brothers Circus.
I'd like the money.
The money it is. Care to make a bet?
Give me the next number.
First, give me the password. If this is 3, what's this?
1.
Right. The winning number will be 27 red.
Thanks.
I'll knock.
What do you want, kid?
What's the next winning number gonna be?
First, give me the password. You have to get it right 3 times. If this is 1, what's this?
5.
Okay, that's 1 right. 2 more. If this is 5, what's this?
2.
That's 2. 1 more. If this is 2, what's this?
1.
Okay, you must be a member of the Gamblers Club. But I don't recognize you.
No, I was transferred here today. New orders.
What?
Sorry. I had a flashback there. What I meant was that I just joined today.
Oh, okay. The winning number will be 24 red.
No more bets? Okay, here we go. $27 red.
All right!
You win again. Today is your lucky day, all right. Would you like money again?
Yeah. I think that's enough for me today.
Okay, Ralphie. See you tomorrow. Care to make a bet?
Hello.
How you doing?
I'd like to place a bet.
Betting costs money, kid. 1 piece of 8 for 1 game.
Oh, yeah. Here.
Okay, kid. Which number you want?
I'd like 24 red.
Okay, here we go. $24 red. You're a winner, kid. Which of our fabulous prizes do you want? Take your pick. You can have 60 pieces of 8, or you can have the invitation to Governor Marley's Mardi Gras party, or you can have a free pass to see the Linguini Brothers Circus. Well, which will it be?
I'd love to have the invitation.
He wants the invitation. Congratulations!
Thanks.
Place your bets, please. All you have to do is watch the wheel go round.
Where'd you want to go?
Excuse me. I'd like to rent a costume.
Our costumes are all gone, or on reserve. Sorry.
But you have tons of costumes.
They're all reserved and waiting to be picked up.
Why are your costumes so popular?
I'm the only costume shop in a 5-island radius. And besides, everybody who's anybody is going to the big Mardi Gras celebration at Governor Marley's mansion.
I'd really like to rent a costume.
Try us after Mardi Gras.
You look busy. I'll come back later.
Ah, you have a costume on reserve. Well, that's a different story. Let's see. Your costume is right over here. Walk this way, please. Well, here it is. You'll surely be the talk of the party in this. Well, have fun and enjoy your costume.
I don't want to wear this right now. The Ghost Pirate LeChuck!
Get a grip! Don't you know a Mardi Gras costume when you see one? Is there something I can help you with?
I'm here for the governor's party.
You mean Governor Marley's Mardi Gras fish fry? It's invitation only and costumes are required.
I've got my invitation right here.
Well, what do you know? You do have an invitation. Do you have a costume?
I have my costume right here.
Better put it on.
Well, if you insist, but you'll have to try to restrain yourself.
No, not here. Go in the bushes or something. Jeez. Oh, that is nice. And the boots are a nice touch. Okay, I guess you can go through. Have fun!
So, where are all the chicks?
I can't get by these people on the stairs.
Yeah, I thought there'd be some here.
What's the matter, boy? Smell something? Nice doggy.
What's the matter there, Guybrush?
LeChuck's alive and I'm on the lam.
I was talking to the dog. Who are you?
Mr. Threepwood, take me to the governor right away.
I was just about to suggest the very same thing. But first, don't you empty your pockets.
Try and catch me, old man.
Oh, look out for that rake. Governor, I caught one of your party guests making off with your grandfather's map.
Another would-be treasure hunter, eh? Bring him in.
In here, Guybrush.
Guybrush? Guybrush Threepwood?
The one and only Sugar Bear.
Of all the parties in all the houses on all the islands of the Caribbean, he had to crash mine!
It's destiny, Honeycakes.
Don't talk to me.
Snugglepuss.
Get lost.
Punky Doodle.
I'm warning you.
Pooper Duper.
Maybe I should go rake the back 40.
Look at us, together again. Boy, we haven't been like this since, well...
Since I quit my job and moved away without leaving a forwarding address?
Was that what happened? Gee, I thought...
Guybrush, can't you take a hint? We were a mistake. I thought we had an agreement.
I realize now what a fool I've been.
Oh, really?
May lightning strike me if I bear false intentions.
You're getting warmer.
Don't you like my new beard?
Same old Guybrush.
LeChuck's alive, and I need your help to fight him.
Can't you take a hint?
You're the governor of my heart, baby.
Sorry, Threep. I don't play those games anymore.
Won't you at least give me a second chance?
Well, that's not the most stupid thing you've ever said.
Have pity on my poor, broken soul.
Oh, Guybrush, I know I shouldn't have anything to do with you, but there's something about your weakness and ineptitude that I find infectious.
Does that mean you're gonna let me have the map?
The map. Is that what this is all about? I should have known better. If the map's all you care about, you'd better go out and get it.
And again, in these costumes, who can tell? That's true. There might be some babes here.
She's gone. I guess I really made her mad this time. Well, maybe she won't miss this old thing.
What can we do about it? Well, we just ask.
Ha! Bark as loud as you want. Hilbert's out raking the back 40. What the... Hey! Dang wind! Come back here! Slippery little devil. Hold still. Hey! Well, shoot. Maybe while I'm in the woods, I'll ditch this stupid costume. Ouch! That really hurts. Ooh, wait a minute. Something very strange is going on here. Do not attempt to adjust your set. Dad? Mom? What are you two doing here?
We came looking for you.
Where have you been?
You came looking for me? But I thought you abandoned me.
Why would we do that? We are such loving parents.
Yes, we are.
So what do you two want?
We have some information for you, son.
Really? Great! What is it?
Well, we're going to give it to you in the form of a song.
Oh, okay.
The rib bone's connected to the arm bone. The arm bone's connected to the head bone. The head bone's connected to the leg bone. The leg bone's connected to the hip bone. The hip bone's connected to the arm bone. The arm bone's connected to the rib bone.
Wow, they're good.
The rib bone's connected to the leg bone. The leg bone's connected to the hip bone. The hip bone's connected to the head bone.
I gotta write this down.
The head bone's connected to the rib bone. The rib bone's connected to the leg bone. The leg bone's connected to the arm bone.
The leg bone's connected to the arm bone.
Yikes!
What is it? What's wrong? Why did you leave me again?
Boo!
LeChuck! But I killed you!
You didn't kill me, you little moron! I was already a ghost when you met me. You just destroyed my spiritual essence, a favor that I will now return.
Wow! What a dream!
Where'd you want to go?
Excuse me, could you take a look at this?
Looks like a massive fracture. You're gonna be using this? I better reinforce it for you. Here you go, boy. Steel shank, alloy splints, better than new.
Where'd you want to go?
I think I get the idea. It's hundreds and hundreds of maps. There are hundreds of them. Even if one were a piece of the map to Big Whoop, I'd never be able to find it.
Where'd you want to go?
Okay, dog. You're coming with me. That doesn't seem to smell interesting to him. There are hundreds of them. Even if one were a piece of the map to Big Whoop, I'd never be able to find it. That doesn't seem to smell interesting to him. That doesn't seem to work. It's hundreds and hundreds of maps. That doesn't seem to smell interesting to him.
Hey! What is all the racket? Don't mess with the governor's cans! Who do you think you are? You better just get out of here! Hey! Come back here! I'm not done yet! No good, punk. If it's not raccoons, it's teenage vandals. Oh, there you are! Anyway, that I will say. You heard me? Get lost, transient hooligan. Why, I ought to... Huh.
Where do you want to go?
Caught anything yet?
Are you kidding? I reached my limit hours ago.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, a mighty fisherman.
Oh, you are you?
I'm the best fisherman in these isles.
Oh, I beg to differ with you. I'm the best fisherman in these isles.
You? Why, you couldn't fish your way out of a paper bag.
What? The pike I catch make Pike's Peak look like an anthill. That's why I'm known as the Blowfish.
You mean the blowhard.
Listen, bait for brains. I'm the best around, and that is that.
Not if your hooks are as dull as your wit.
Perhaps you'd like to make a small wager, Mr. Fisherman?
Sure, I'll take your bet.
Let me tell you what I had in mind first. If you can catch a bigger fish than I can, I'll give you my prize-winning fishing pole.
Sounds fair.
If I catch a bigger fish than you have to eat it raw.
Where'd you get that other pipe?
What? Like I say, you'd have to eat a raw fish. Plain cold and with the head still on it. What do you say?
All right, it's a bet.
Great. I am really looking forward to making you eat my catch. What with all the sewage from Governor Fat's mansion, the fish are usually pretty gross. I never eat mine, just sell them to restaurants. Best get fishing, buddy.
Think I'll drop a line right here. Plunk. Wow, I've got a nibble already. Holy cow, he's a monster! I've got him. What a battle.
Wow! This is the biggest... it's almost as big as the Leviathan I just hauled in.
Really? Where is this Leviathan? I think you're lying.
Yeah, you're right. It was just a fish story. I guess you win. Here, take the pole.
Where do you want to go?
Dang. It's crazy, but it just might work. Hello? Little Guybrush? Good boy! Run along home now. Now that's a good dog. That makes 3 map pieces, only 1 to go.
Where'd you want to go?
Deep within LeChuck's fortress, blah, 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 blah.
Largo.
Yeah. You called for me?
Is it true that Guybrush Threepwood has found the 3rd piece of the map to Big Whoop?
Ah, yes, sir. I was about...
Why did you not come and tell me yourself?
Well, I was trying to confirm that he really...
Largo, you have been my trusted henchman for many years, but I won't hesitate to drag your entrails from behind my ship if you do not bring me Guybrush before he finds that treasure!
They can't keep me locked up. Idiots.
The door's locked.
They can't keep me locked up. Fools. Hey!
Uh-oh. I can explain.
Thanks for letting me out of there. You'll have to excuse me if I don't stick around. I've got to find out who framed me.
It's empty.
Where'd you want to go?
Excuse me.
Yeah, boy?
Bartender, get me a drink.
Okay, but give me back your empties. I'm running out of glasses.
Sure.
Now, name your poison.
Come to think of it, I'm not that thirsty.
Don't have the stomach for it, eh?
Who is this Kate person?
Ah, the courageous Captain Kate Capsize. Tough as steel, sharp as nails. She rents her ship out, does some freelance pirating. Her only loyalty is to the highest bidder. Don't get on her bad side.
Nice place you have here. Well, see ya.
Where do you want to go?
Yes? What do you want?
Is the lady of the house home?
What do you really want?
I'd like to find out some information from you.
I knew it. Look, kid, I'm sick of you would-be treasure hunters coming over here. I just inherited this house 2 months ago, and every single day, all I've heard is rap tap tap. Do you have a treasure here? Why can't you people just go away and leave a retired pirate in peace?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
So, you want a sword fight, do you? Sword fighting's for wimps, weenies, and sissies.
Giving up so easily? Wow, this game's a cinch.
I have a better way to solve a dispute. Real pirates solve their differences with a drinking contest.
Drinking contest?
Come on in. I'll get us set up. This is my special grog. It's just for contests. Twice the alcohol, twice the calories. I hate having to waste it. Here's your drink. From what I'm told, nobody can drink the special contest grog without feeling faint. But I've been practicing.
All gone.
You know, most of the treasure hunters just leave when I ask them to. Are you sure you don't want to back out?
No thanks. I can hold my own.
You drink first.
Now it's your turn. that doesn't seem to work. Gee, I still can't make heads or tails of it. I think I need an expert.
Where do you want to go?
LeChuck, sir, I got good news, and I got bad news. The bad news is that Guybrush has found the last piece of the map. The good news is that I got a plan that can't fail. You see, he must take the map to a cartographer to have it deciphered. I'll head him off before he gets there.
If your plan fails...
It will not, your voodoo lordship.
There's a model lighthouse lens inside.
Shh!
Uh-oh. It's stuck. I think I broke it.
This is a library.
Where do you want to go?
Where is that thing? Ah, that'll work. Thanks.
Excuse me.
Oh, yes. Hi there. Can I help you?
Hi, I'm Guybrush. Who are you?
Wally. Wally B. Feed. At your service.
Do you know anything about Big Whoop?
Uh-oh. Who sent you here? I should warn you. I'm heavily armed.
Don't shoot. I was just asking.
Well, that's a dangerous question. I've been researching Big Whoop for years. There are a lot of people who'd like to get their hands on my files.
I'm looking for Big Whoop myself. Want to help?
I don't know if I'd be much help. I haven't really been able to find out much hard information. What do you know about it?
I know its location is a mystery.
You mean you never heard of the 4 men who buried it?
No. Tell me all about it.
Well, all anyone knows for sure is that there was a shipwreck. The merchant vessel Elaine went down in a terrible storm.
Elaine?
Only 4 crew members survived. They washed up on a remote deserted island. Some say its name was Inky Island, but I don't believe that.
Go on. Finish the story.
Anyway, that's where they supposedly found Big Whoop.
But what is Big Whoop?
Whatever it was so wonderful, or so horrible, that they never wanted anyone else to find it. So, they took the map they made of the island and split it up among the 4 of them, and they all went their separate ways.
Where are they now?
Well, I don't even know their names. You know, that reminds me, I've got to get over to the Fat City Library and look that up. Of course, it could just be an old legend, but if I could just see the map of that island, I bet I could recognize the shape of the land and track it down myself.
Hey, I did it! Largo Legrand left scab.
That's great. I guess I can stop with the bricks through his window now. What's this? A map? Looks like only part of a map.
I've got the rest of it right here.
Very interesting.
Can you put it all together into one map for me?
I'll do it for you if you'll run an errand for me. Go to the International House of Mojo and ask the fortune teller if my love potion's ready.
Okay.
I'll try to have this done for you when you come back.
Creepy, but apparently seaworthy.
Back again, Mr. Threepwood?
Wally sent me to pick up some love potion.
Oh, okay. Tell him I said to enjoy, but to be careful. It's powerful stuff. Wouldn't want that little guy getting hurt. Wait, I just felt a sudden disturbance in the force. As if a tiny, tiny voice just called out in fear, and then hastily scratched a message in a table. I think Wally's in trouble. And I think LeChuck has something to do with it.
Uh-oh. I better go check. I can't pick that up. To the Ghost Pirate LeChuck, care of LeChuck's Island Getaway and Spa. Contents, miscellaneous voodoo supplies. I can't pick that up. To the Ghost Pirate LeChuck, care of LeChuck's Island Getaway and Spa. Contents, miscellaneous voodoo supplies. I think there's something moving in here.
Hey, Rich! I sure could use a hand with this one. Looks like another box of live snakes.
Sounds like it, too.
Well, let's get it on the truck.
in the small crate of voodoo supplies that would be his home for the next 5 days and nights, Guybrush is forced to eat bat lungs and eel bladders to stay alive. Eventually, Guybrush and the rest of the slithering cargo are delivered to the very doorstep of the Caribbean's most fearsome villain, living or dead, the ghost pirate, LeChuck.
Ah, LeChuck's crate of voodoo supplies.
You know, we usually don't deliver out this far, and...
You guys bucking for a tip?
Well, we figured since...
Well, you figured wrong. LeChuck don't tip nobody.
Gee.
What a butt.
Ick. I hate snakes. It's Wally! Wally!
Mr. Brush, is that you?
How's it hanging?
You think this is funny? They abducted me in my office, brought me here in a duffel bag, interrogated me, then they...
What? What?
They took away my monocle for a while.
I see. The map, Wally! What about the map?
Oh, LeChuck's got it, but who cares?
Who cares?
Yes, I memorized the whole thing before he took it. It's on an island called Dinky, not too far from here. After you bust me out of here, we could steal a boat and go there.
Okay, stand back. I'm gonna bust down the door.
What are you, nuts? Go get the key. He probably keeps it in his office down the hall.
I'm gonna go get that key.
Okie dokie.
It's some kind of strange skeleton statue. That is one huge door.
Guybrush Threepwood, you have finally been caught. I have searched every island, sailed every sea, and now you are mine. What do you have to say for yourself? Largo!
Yes, sir, LeChuck, sir.
Take Guybrush down to the torture chamber and get the machine set up.
Yes, sir.
You'll be in a heap of trouble, Guybrush Threepwood. Now that you are mine, you will pay for what you did to me.
Hey, what's a little root beer between friends?
Silence! There is only one thing more painful than being resurrected from the dead and crammed into a rotting body. Do you know what that is? It is what is about to happen to you.
Can't we talk this thing out?
You see that candle over there? When it burns through that rope, the bag will fall on the bellows. When it is compressed, it will shoot a single lead bullet, which will ricochet off that pan, then off the shield behind me, bounce off that other shield, finally striking the green balloon. When it pops, it will cause that lever to fall, releasing that ratchet on the chain wheel and sending you down into the pit of acid.
Gee,
Do you know what happens next?
Well...
I will take your bones, still alive and in great pain, and make them into a chair. I will call it my screaming chair. Every morning I will sit in it and listen to you scream. Any questions?
Why do adventure games cost so much?
Scanned VGA art is very expensive.
If this is 4 and this is 2, what's this?
1.
Where do babies come from?
I'm growing tired of your stupid questions. Prepare to die.
He didn't say what he was going to do to me.
An Ottoman comes to mind. Boy, this stuff makes my spit thick.
Hey, watch it with the spit. Hey, watch it with the spit.
What be going on in here? Largo, relight the candle. Guybrush has escaped. Find him.
I bet LeChuck is really cheesed off now.
Yep.
Hey, Wally?
Yeah?
Where are we?
Good question.
I can't tell what this stuff is. I can't see anything in here. It's too dark to see what I'm doing. I can't see anything in here. There's some stuff in here. I think that these are matches. And this thing feels like a bomb. Holy skunk sweat! Ouch!
Hours later.
No, that's not right. I want my granddaughter to marry a real man, a captain, not a washout like you. I want my granddaughter to marry a real man, a captain, not a washout like you. No, that's not right. I want my granddaughter to marry a real man, a captain, not a washout like you. Okay, let's go over it again, so no one forgets where we buried the treasure. Okay, let's go over it again, so no one forgets where we buried the treasure.
That seems to have gotten most of the salt out of it.
Gee, Captain Marley, where should we bury the treasure? Oh, the heck with it. Let's make a map and tear it into 4 pieces. Okay, let's go over it again, so no one forgets where we buried the treasure. No, that's not right.
Hi, Herman.
Oh, hi. I've been waiting for you.
What do you mean you've been waiting for me?
Our meeting comes at this, the final moment of my existence so far. All else has been in anticipation of this event.
Do you mean to tell me that your whole life has been merely a prelude to meeting me here today?
Yours too. But see, already the moment passes. Now our meeting is nothing more than another note in the grand overture to the next passage.
What are you doing here?
I'm teaching philosophy here.
What sort of philosophy are you teaching?
Neo-existentialist Cartesian Zen Taoism. It's all the rage at cocktail parties this year.
How many students have you got?
Well, none at the moment. But as soon as word gets out that a guru such as myself is teaching at a beautiful locale like this, I'll have to beat them off with a stick.
Right here? On the beach?
Sure beats a Tibetan mountaintop. I can go surfing when things are slow.
Could you teach me some philosophy?
Okay, here's a Zen koan for you.
What?
philosophical puzzle. If a tree falls in the forest and no one is around to hear it, what color is the tree?
Red?
Nope.
Cyan?
Nah.
Lavender?
Not even close.
Magenta?
Not exactly.
Puce?
Not even close.
Forest green?
Nope.
Aquamarine?
Nope.
Burnt sienna?
Nope.
Taupe?
Nope.
Sepia?
Not exactly.
Mulberry?
Not even close.
Periwinkle?
Nah.
Orchid?
Nope.
Turquoise?
Not even close.
Peach?
Not exactly.
Plum?
Nah.
Aubergine?
Not exactly.
Teal?
Nope.
Mustard?
Nope.
Cabernet?
Nah.
Slate?
Not exactly.
Smoke?
Nope.
Brick?
Not exactly.
Coral?
Nope.
Brown?
Not even close.
Blue?
Nope.
Raw umber?
Not exactly.
Chartreuse?
Nope.
Cherry?
Not even close.
Wisteria?
Not even close.
Raspberry?
Not even close.
Vanilla?
Not even close.
Cranberry?
Nope.
Sangria?
Nope.
Eggshell?
Not even close.
Driftwood?
Nope.
Sumac?
Nope.
Alpaca?
Nope.
Storm gray?
Not exactly.
Asparagus?
Nope.
Evening haze?
Nope.
Tarragon?
Nope.
Sachet?
Nope.
Venetian?
Nah.
Juniper?
Nah.
Drizzle?
Nope.
Sweet potato?
Nope.
Bayou?
Not even close.
Manila?
Not exactly.
Macintosh red?
Nope.
Mange?
Nope.
Shark bite?
Not even close.
Sashimi green?
Nope.
Ebony?
Not even close.
Ivory?
Nah.
Menthol?
Nope.
Sahara?
Nah.
Salmon?
Nope.
Oxblood?
Nope.
Khaki?
Nope.
Fuchsia?
Nope.
Robin's egg?
Not exactly.
Ash?
Nah.
Spice?
Not even close.
Copper?
Nah.
Weathered pewter?
Not even close.
Vermilion?
Not exactly.
Metallic burgundy?
Nope.
Russet?
Nah.
Cadmium white?
Not exactly.
Cerulean?
Nope.
Phthalocyanide green?
Nope.
Ochre?
Nope.
Deep purple?
Nope.
Beryl?
Nope.
All colors?
Exactly! Now, what has this experience taught you?
That philosophy isn't worth my time?
Oh, I'm very impressed. It takes most people years to reach this point. You have learned all that you can from me. Go forth into the world with confidence. I won't even charge you $1.
Gee, Captain Marley, where should we bury the treasure? Gee, Captain Marley, where should we bury the treasure? Gee, Captain Marley, where should we bury the treasure? Oh, the heck with it!
Hey, there's a cracker in here.
Holly wants a cracker! Holly wants a cracker! Head due east from the pond to the dinosaur. Oh, the heck with it! Let's make a map and tear it into 4 pieces.
I can't reach it. It's instant low-sodium cracker mix. Just add water.
I want my granddaughter to marry a real man, a captain, not a washout like you.
It's dry.
I want my granddaughter to marry a real man, a captain. Gee, Captain Marley, where should we bury the treasure? I want my granddaughter to marry a real man, a captain.
That seems to have gotten most of the salt out of it.
Polly wants a cracker. Head due east from the pond to the dinosaur. Head north from the dinosaur to the pile of rocks. I want my granddaughter to marry a real man, a captain, not a washout like you. Head due east from the rocks to the eggs. Okay, let's go over it again so no one forgets where we buried the treasure. Oh, the heck with it. Let's make a map and tear it into 4 pieces. Polly wants a cracker.
I'll just take this rope off of it. Hey, it's nailed shut. Hey, dynamite, just like it says on the side. That's the last match. I think a shovel should be sufficient for this soft ground. I've hit cement!
Great Scott! That came from the direction of Dinky Island. That idiot must be messing with my grandfather's treasure. Ugh, I better get over there.
I don't think it'll catch on there. There, I think that'll hold. And you showed up about 3 days later. Will you help me now?
Anything to shut you up. That has to have been the longest story I ever heard. Oh dear.
I can't see a thing. There are no more matches. I can't see a thing.
Boo! Eek! Hello, Guybrush.
Goodbye, LeChuck.
You won't escape me this time.
Yeah? Just watch me.
Not so fast. Even if you were to escape, I would always be able to find you again. We are bound to one another.
Like soup and salad?
Not really. More like brothers.
Huh?
I am your brother.
No. That's not true. That's impossible.
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
No!
And I brought a little surprise for you.
I think you being my brother is enough of a surprise for one day.
Perhaps, but humor me.
Is this going to be anything like Pin the Tail on the Donkey?
Something like that. This is a voodoo doll, which I'll be using to torture you, and then send you screaming to another dimension, one of infinite pain. Observe.
Ah! Are you quite finished?
No, I want to do this. That was exhilarating. Let's have some more fun, shall we?
Please, no more.
Okay, time to send you screaming to a dimension of infinite pain. At last, I'm rid of that pesky little wimp Guybrush.
Ah, hey, I'm alive.
Hey!
I thought I was a goner. Oops.
Strange. There must be something wrong with my voodoo doll. It was supposed to send you to another dimension, not the next room. Huh, shoddy materials, I'll bet. Well, I guess I'll just try it again.
No, that's okay. What do I want with a bunch of bits of broken treasure chest? It's nailed shut.
Aha! Gotcha!
Let's not be hasty.
Hey, Guybrush.
Let bygones be bygones.
Hey, Guybrush.
Wait a second. Let me explain. It's empty. I bet it has all sorts of powerful voodoo supplies inside. It's most likely full of technological wonders. It brings back painful memories. It's too heavy for me to lift.
Aha! Gotcha!
Let's not be hasty.
Hey, Guybrush, it's voodoo time!
Are you sure you want to do this? Nice trash can. It's just an ordinary drawer. There's a syringe in here.
Now you're gonna get it.
I know you're upset. I know you're upset. I'll just take one. Hey, there's only one balloon in here. They're full of root beer. Holy cow, these are my parents! Dad looks a bit looser. It says E on it.
Aha!
I know you're upset. Oh, there's stuff in it. It's a pair of surgical gloves. Now all I need are a few voodoo ingredients. Well, that's one ingredient and the doll. That doesn't seem to work. I should push the little button.
All right, a double eagle. What a find! Now you're gonna get it.
Let's not be hasty.
All right, a double eagle. Hey, Guybrush, it's voodoo time!
Wait a second. Can't we talk this over? That's 2 ingredients in the doll.
Now you're gonna get it.
Here, try this. Now, isn't that better? Wait a second.
Aha! Caught you!
Let me explain. Let's bury the hatchet. That's 3 ingredients and the doll.
Now you're gonna get it.
I know you're upset. I don't think that'll do much good in there. I should push the little button.
Now you're gonna get it.
Let's bury the hatchet.
Hey, Guybrush, it's voodoo time! Ow! 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 Ouch!
This is hauntingly familiar. Okay, brother, watch out, because I've got my own doll now. I don't think LeChuck's close enough for it to do anything. I can't pick that up.
Now you're gonna get it.
Can't we talk this over? Better not.
Aha!
Yikes. It's positively pulsing with voodoo energy.
That's pretty good, Guybrush, but not good enough to stop me! Hey? Oh, it's you! What, that again? Oh, look at me quaking in me booties! I laugh at you and your puny voodoo tinkerings! Aha! You think you're so big! It doesn't hurt!
I wonder what would happen if I tore the leg off this thing!
Guybrush!
What?
Come over here.
No way! I'm not that stupid.
But I want you to take my mask off. See the true face of your brother.
Oh, all right. I'm coming over.
Gently now. Remove my mask.
My God, you're my creepy brother Chucky.
What? Did you think I was kidding before?
Why have you been chasing me all over the place?
Our mother told me to hunt you down.
When our mother told you to hunt me down, did she actually mention killing me, or was that your idea?
Look, Guybrush, could you help me out? Stick the leg back on the doll, okay?
Will you promise to stop picking on me?
All right, I promise. Anything, just put my leg back on.
Hey, you kids! You're not supposed to be in here.
Ah, so there you are.
Who are you people?
Just the same old family you've always had. Thank you for hunting down your brother like we asked, Chucky dear.
You boys didn't get in any trouble now, did you?
No, sir.
Good.
I wish you wouldn't run off like that, young man. We were worried sick. You don't know what kinds of murderers and ne'er-do-wells might be hanging around a place like this.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, a mighty pirate. I don't have to worry about stuff like that.
Of course, dear. But please be careful.
Well, come on then. Let's go ride the madly rotating Buccaneer.
Yeah.
I wonder what's keeping Guybrush. Oh, I hope LeChuck hasn't cast some horrible spell over him or anything.